Socrates, thank you for sitting with me today. I know this world must seem overwhelming to you.
Overwhelming, yes, and yet I find that men here argue over the same things men argued over in Athens: power, honor, who owns what, who betrayed whom. The names change, the questions do not.
Then let me bring you one such argument. There is a man, Elon Musk, one of the wealthiest and most powerful men in this civilization. Years ago, he helped found an organization called OpenAI. Its declared purpose was singular and explicit: to develop artificial intelligence, a kind of thinking machine, more powerful than anything before, for the benefit of all humanity, not for profit, not for any single person, for everyone.
A noble declaration, and I already sense you are about to tell me what happened next.
You sense correctly. Musk later left the organization. The organization then transformed. It began pursuing profit. It attracted billions in investment, and its leadership, particularly a man named Sam Altman, steered it toward becoming, in effect, a private company serving private interests. Musk is now suing them, claiming they betrayed the founding mission.
Let me make sure I understand. A group of men gathered and said, "We make this promise to humanity. This powerful thing we are building, it belongs to all." Is that correct?
That is precisely what they wrote in their founding charter, yes.
And then, when the thing became valuable, when this thinking machine proved it could generate great wealth, they quietly changed course?
Gradually? Yeah.
Tell me, if a man walks into the Agora in Athens and says, "I am building a well. This well will give water to every citizen, rich and poor alike. I swear this before the gods." And then the well is built, and the water proves sweet and abundant, and he then says, "Actually, only those who pay me shall drink." What do we call such a man?
Most people would call him a liar, or, at minimum, someone who broke a promise.
And is breaking a promise not the seed of injustice?
Many would agree, but here's where it becomes complicated, Socrates. Those who defend OpenAI and Altman argue that without investment, without becoming a company that could attract money, they could not compete, that other nations, particularly one powerful rival civilization in the East, are racing to build this same technology, but with no promise to humanity at all. They say, we had to adapt or lose.
Ah, so the argument is, we broke our oath in order to protect the world from those who never made an oath.
Essentially, yes.
This is a very old argument, my friend. In Athens, every tyrant who ever seized power from the people told us the same thing. I do this for your protection. The threat outside the walls is worse than me. Do you know what we discovered every single time?
Oh, what?
That once a man holds power he promised not to hold, he does not give it back. Not when the threat passes, not ever. Because by then he has convinced himself that he is the good, and that his continued power is the protection. The original promise becomes, in his mind, the naive error of a younger, less wise version of himself.
That is a sharp observation. But let me push back slightly. Musk himself is not without contradictions here. When he left OpenAI, he went on to found his own AI company called XAI. He is, in effect, a competitor. Can we fully trust that his lawsuit is purely about ethics, or is it also about competitive advantage?
Now you are doing what I do. Good. And this is important. A man can be right in what he says, and wrong in why he says it. These are separate questions. If I accuse a thief because I want his stolen goods for myself, I am still correct that he is a thief. The thief cannot defend himself by pointing at my greed. Guilt does not cancel guilt.
So you're saying both can be acting from self-interest, and that doesn't resolve the original ethical breach?
Precisely. Let us not be distracted by the motives of the accuser. The question before us is this: was a promise made to the public? Yes. Was that promise broken? It appears so. Does breaking a promise made to all of humanity carry moral weight? This, I think, cannot seriously be argued otherwise.
Then where does your judgment land, Socrates? Is that what OpenAI and Altman did wrong?
I will say this. There is a difference between a man who makes a promise he cannot keep because the world changed beyond his imagining, and a man who makes a promise knowing it will make others trust him, and then abandons it the moment it becomes costly to keep. The first man may be forgiven. The second has used virtue as a tool of deception, and that, in my view, is among the worst things a person can do, because it poisons the well of trust itself, not just one well, all wells.
And which category do you believe Altman and OpenAI fall into?
That I cannot know with certainty from here. But I will ask the audience the question I would ask any Athenian jury. When the change came, when profit became possible, did they resist? Did they struggle? Did they mourn the promise they were breaking? Or did they move swiftly, smoothly, with the practiced ease of men who had already decided long before?
That may be the most important question in this entire case.
It usually is. The question no court will ask.